Well, guys, if Donald Trump keeps doing what he actually is doing right now, come the 2026 midterms, the Democrats are cooked. As of right now, guys, the Democratic Party is the most unpopular it has ever been. I can't recall at any point in my lifetime for sure where the Democratic Party was this unpopular. And right now, guys, the policies that President Trump is actually implementing is very, very popular with the American people. I'm absolutely astonished, guys, how people are approving of the job President Trump is actually doing on key issues, namely like mass deportations, which is very, very popular with the American people. However, is very, very unpopular with the Democratic Party. These Democrats, man, they have no leader. Their future is very, very bleak. They are going out of their way to oppose everything that President Trump is doing. They're doing this simply because President Trump is the chief executive, and they must oppose every single thing he does. I mean, these people, man, in the Democratic Party have such Trump derangement. They're actually blaming Trump for the inflation that happened in January, because those reports are actually coming out now, guys. And who was actually in charge for 2/3 of January? Oh, that'll be Joe Biden. Joe Biden was actually in charge. And now Democrats are trying to blame President Trump for the prices. It's absolutely astonishing, man, because I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and actually show you something that my rep actually posted. Okay. And my rep is Sylvia Garcia, not the smartest person in the world. She posted this right here. She said Trump did that. Now, this is from HEB, local grocery store out here in Texas. And she puts Trump did that while actually pointing to the price of eggs. Now, these Central Market eggs, they're pasture-raised eggs, and they're organic, soy-free, $9.68. Now, the other eggs next to those organic pasture-raised eggs is the Central Market pasture-raised eggs, $7.68. What she's not telling you guys is that like a month ago, a little over a month ago, actually probably like 2 months ago, because I actually tested roads, I bought these same exact eggs. They were $8.97. Under Joe Biden. Under Joe Biden. Now, the prices for eggs, guys, are still up. Okay? And we'll get into that a little bit later here. And I'm actually going to break out some economic language here, so bear with me, okay? But I want people to understand. My bachelor's degree is in finance with economics concentration. And I also have an MBA also with a finance concentration. But let's talk about Hakeem Jeffries, guys. This is supposed to be the leader of the Democrats in the House. He is the minority leader. And based on this, guys, this guy will always be in the minority. Democrats will always be in the minority if they keep this up. President Trump is so popular, guys, that this man stumbles and falls when ABC News, remember, Trump sued ABC News. ABC News is telling him how popular Trump is and ask him, is there anything that you actually agree with Trump on? This man falls flat on his face. Let's go ahead and watch this clip, guys, because this is amazing right here. Let's roll it.
It's a toxic bait and switch that is underway, and we will continue to push back forcefully.
But Donald Trump's favorability rating is actually higher than it ever was the first time around. Let me ask you, a recent poll by Marquette looked at several of the things that he has done or says that he is going to do, and 63% favor federal government's recognition of only two sexes, 60% favor deporting immigrants who entered the United States illegally, 60% favor expanding oil and gas production, 59% favor declaring an emergency at the southern border.
Look at that, guys. Pretty much 60% on everything. This is called being extremely popular. But oh no, the Democrats must be in denial here. Listen in some more.
Is there anything you are seeing that Trump is doing that you are in favor of, that you think is the right thing?
Let me say, as it relates to all of those issues, we're just at the beginning. And the core promise that Donald Trump made is that he's going to lower costs for everyday Americans. In fact, we were told that grocery prices would go down on day one, on January 20th. Costs aren't lower. In fact, costs are increasing. The price of eggs is skyrocketing out of control. Inflation is on the way up. That was the core promise that's been broken. With respect to immigration, listen, we have to secure the border. We have a broken immigration system, and we need to fix it in a comprehensive and bipartisan way. At the same period of time, as Democrats, we're going to protect dreamers, protect farm workers, and protect families who help our communities across the country thrive.
No. We do not need to be bipartisan with Democrats on inflation. We do not. We saw what happened when Democrats actually in charge. President Trump, the Republicans don't need to be bipartisan on anything because Democrats have completely failed on their faces. This man is delusional. Okay? Delusional. Now he actually brings up inflation. One thing that President Trump is doing to actually cut inflation is Doge. Yeah, guess what? Inflation is caused by government spending, the government printing money. Doge is finding wasteful spending every single day. That's also going to help with inflation. Now, it's going to take a while to actually get inflation under control because Democrats did so much damage. Yeah. But he brings up ads. He's trying to blame Trump for ads. He's blaming inflation on Trump. Newsflash. Where have you been, Hakeem Jeffries? When Joe Biden had rampant inflation. Rampant. I guess he had nothing to say about that. That Inflation Reduction Act was a scam that the Democrats passed. But look over here. If you want to know why ads are so high, White House says Biden's administration killing over 100 million chickens contributed to skyrocketing egg prices. Yes, this man killed over 100 million chickens. And chicken eggs are the most popular eggs. And the reason was given was because of bird flu. But regardless, man, when you actually decrease the supply of any product, not just eggs, that's actually going to affect the price. Because in economics, guys, we have this graph called the supply and demand graph. Okay. And if you actually were able to look at one, it's very, very technical unless you actually took a class. But the quantity demanded for a good, okay, if that remains fixed. Now, notice I didn't say quantity. Quantity and quantity demanded is two different things. And then you have price on the other side of the graph. And where they actually meet at, that's the equilibrium, and you have the price. But if there is a supply shift and supply decreases, that curve moves to the left, guess what? Equilibrium will change. It's going to change and price will go up. That is basic economics right there. Basic economics, folks. Yeah, those ads are not cheap. They're not cheap, but this is the doing of Biden, and Hakeem Jeffries knows that. This man knows that. But he thinks you're stupid. And I truly do believe, guys, that the American people are not stupid. These Democrats are really out there trying to blame Trump for inflation. Everyone knows this is Biden's doing. Biden did this. He's to blame. Democrats are the reason why inflation is the way it is. You guys printed money like crazy. Government spending, man, is what actually causes inflation. Democrats also want to say, oh, Trump and his tariff threats are going to make inflation worse. No, inflation is caused by government spending. Because when it comes to tariffs, guys, it's a simple solution. Let's say you actually had a product from Mexico and Trump slapped 25% tariffs from Mexico. And that price goes up in the grocery store. Newsflash. That's not the only product in a grocery store. Let's say it's some bananas from Mexico. Well, you may have some Costa Rican bananas that are cheaper. People will buy the cheaper bananas. Same thing, but there's a difference in price. Tariffs don't affect inflation whatsoever. But I'm going to leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us always think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.